This is for all the lonely people, thinking that life has passed them by. Don't give up until you drink from the silver cup and ride that highway in the sky. This is for all the single people, thinking that love has left them dry. Don't give up until you drink from the silver cup. You never know until you try. Well, I'm on my way. Yes, I'm back to stay. Well, I'm on my way back home. Get it? This is for all the lonely people, thinking that life has passed them by. Don't give up until you drink from the silver cup. I'll never take you down or never give you up. You'll never know until you try.
Hello. Is there anybody out there? Hope everybody's well. I'm still here. You're still here. And I'm back. For another attempt to try to figure out the craziness of the world. This world in particular. We, the people, say enough is enough. This is our country, and nothing is going to change that. Now, clearly I'm gonna try and talk about Fauci. Fall guy Fauci. Which Fauci means sickle, if you haven't become aware of that yet. The name Fauci, which is Italian, means sickle. You know, like the Grim Reaper. They hold big stick, except they have a big blade on it. Grim Reaper. Use it for the fields, crops as well. I like putting things together, okay? I don't see randomness. Things don't happen for no reason. I say that with an emphasis because I find, for me, I can only speak for me, that I'm like in a perpetual state of synchronicity. That's the best way to describe it. It's all day, every day. I mean, it's not every instant throughout the day, but throughout the day there's those instants where you have to step back and think, was that random? No. And I don't think it's random that Dr. Fauci, that's his name, and the name Fauci means sickle, and we are in one of the most unspeakable it is in more ways than one, unforgettable, you all know what's going on in the world. You do. And if you don't, you're going to very, very soon. So I say, Fall Guy Fauci. Wonder if he's gonna sing like a bird. He strikes me as one who will endure for a moment, and then he'll sing. And no more hiding behind a mask, Fauci. That's what I see. And if it doesn't come to be, then we are truly in the deepest bowels deepest bowels. It's to the pit of caca. Like quicksand, but it's quick caca. And there ain't any getting out of it. But that's kind of a downer, huh? Don't want to think about that. If it's true, what does that mean? Well, I think that without truth, action is meaningless. Any action is meaningless if there's without truth. If there's no truth, it's wasted time. I think I'm ever since Sarah Silverman and her thoughts on divorce and splitting up, breaking up the country, it's got me wondering. All these people, okay, that are behaving, and they're behaving without the facts, without the truth, would they feel differently? I kind of think they would. And again, I emphasize that it's divorce, divide is the last thing. We more than ever need to be one. That's been one of our biggest failings as a nation of people. Divorce rates just out there. People don't stay divorced or stay married. They don't even stay divorced long. They get married again and then divorce. They just keep doing it. A lot of people do. I don't. I've been married once, briefly, and that was years ago. And I guess I'm not on a quest for that. We're in a war. And that's just not on my mind. Relationship, you know, So I see a lot of people looking, I guess, for people. I want to be ready. I want to be prepared. Because this is all coming to an end. Clearly, if nobody's going to stand up, speak up, it's all going to come to an end. The way of life that we all partake in. It's not going to be here long. That's why I say the truth. These people that are acting the way they are, they're behaving the way they are, they're acting out based on lies that they believe are true. I mean, I'm seeing it everywhere. It's coming out. The truth of what's going on here. I don't think it really matters, kind of, though. I mean, I think that the main orchestrators, again, Fauci's a fall guy. The main orchestrators have gained that in to the equation. At some point, you know, it's going to come out. Which, to me, I mean, that's obvious, just because so much has already been coming out. You know, these people, they're not hiding what they're doing. They're telling you right in your face at the same time you're wearing that face. That blank face, empty face, expressionless face. Yeah. When Facebook and Twitter, Google, all of them, YouTube, when they censor the truth, okay, and they know they are. They know they are. what are they thinking? Are they thinking what's going to happen when they can't censor it anymore and that everybody knows? Because it's being passed around as I speak. The data, the information, the proof people want to see of what your government is doing to you, to all of us. And this is just one aspect. And get me going on the border. So many people are speaking out with proof. When you hear a doctor, what are they called? I'm having a mind fart. The people that give out the medicine, saying they can't give out to you a certain drug, and that's what they've been told. And this is a government institution, hospital, health, saying this. They've been told that you can't prescribe, give out a certain medicine, yet you can go, if you search, and find this medicine being listed as a benefit. Not all the... see, I don't want to get into it. I'm just saying, the proof is coming. And what is YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and all of them going to say? Because the truth, when the truth comes out, what it means is that you have been complicit in murder. You aided. That's the truth. And the truth is coming. It's going to be a hard one to swallow for this country. It's going to be a deep blow. How could they? How could your government do this to you? I hope you're not asking that anymore. I hope you realize your government isn't doing anything for you. It isn't. Make sure I'm connected. My last stream, I had technical difficulties. I realized something was telling me I should stop that stream. I just wasn't ready to do it, and when I got done and played back the first few minutes, I realized what was wrong, and the music was too loud and at times. And yeah, to me, in retrospect, I saw that as something trying to tell me. If only I could have seen it clearly. Do you see what's going on around the world? People are waking up, and they don't want you to wake up. Although, again, I think they expect that. I mean, it's like, what else are you supposed to do? I mean, when somebody's poking at you, what do? What is your natural instinct? It's strange how they want to bring or take that word natural out of the equation. There's no natural immunity. What's that? I gotta think about that. A natural instinct as well doesn't count. What's that? Natural instinct? I don't know what you're talking about. I saw the most disgusting and pulled on my heart to watch a little infant that's just barely becoming aware of who they are being forced to put a mask on and to wear the mask. The little kid does what his natural instinct is telling him, something that has taken a lot of time, a lot of lineage to get to that point in time where he was born with all that within him. And he goes to use it and take the mask away from his face, because that's what you do when you can't breathe. And the kid scolded I shouldn't say scolded, but they just continually try to get the kid to wear a mask. And I understand why they are doing it, because they were told to. They were told why, and they believe it. I get that. I'm not going to argue with what the system is forcing you guys, any of us, to do, because you can't. But what I can say is what I saw, which was a child, an infant, 2 years, not even 2, I don't even think. Just there's something wrong with people. Okay? Like listening to this person saying, the doctor that gives out the medicine, I've been told I can't, and I absolutely will not, because I will lose my job. You guys we're being lied to, and we realize that. That's why I say, we the people say enough is enough. This is our country. And nothing is going to change that. Nothing is going to change that. I feel it. It's in the air. It's thick in the air. People are getting tired, restless, agitated. Feel like we're being mocked. And part of me, I can hear them laughing, having their parties, because they seem to like having gatherings, being normal. I can just hear them laughing at us, talking about the people. We can get them to do whatever. It seems that way. We can get them to do whatever we want. Fauci will stand. He's being called out. He's been called out over the past months. And you can see, at least I see, when I watch him, I sense it. He's irritated, agitated, which he's not supposed to be feeling those things. One with the truth stands cool, calm, and collected. And he doesn't. I'm just saying. He got pretty defensive, biting almost, like a bark. Because he knows. And I'm no expert in anything, but I know enough to understand what's going on based on what I am seeing, hearing. You know, they keep saying this. They keep saying, you're never going to go back. We'll never go back, right? As if what we had was bad. No. Incorrect. Wasn't perfect. And it's not supposed to be. Did it have bad? Yeah. Did it have good? Yeah. What about right now? Does it have good and bad? Well, if the powers that be have their way, it's not gonna matter what you or I or anybody thinks. Okay? You absolutely have nothing to do with the new world. I mean, it should be so clear. All the technology, all the robots, the AI technology to complement it. You got the mechanics, and now you got the mind to fill it, the body and the mind. What do they need you for? They don't. This is why this is happening right now. It's the only reason I can grasp my mind around. Aside from just absolute lunacy, just craziness, just somebody had a bad day and just decided to roll with it, and here we are. Myself, I have long been a proponent that the only way, and this was long before I was aware of like New World Order or any of this kind of conversation from the global elite circles. On my own, I came to a consensus with my mind that said it stopped, it stood still, took a moment, and took in everything as best I could, as best my mind could. Everything that's going on was going on in that moment. Lost now. I think it's because I just, part of me feels like people don't care. They just don't care. why should I care, right? Because that's like the normal, I guess, the natural reaction. I, for a long time, felt like the world is just so crazy. There's just so much going on at one moment that it was impossible to change it. Not in a direction where the world became a more fair world. It's impossible. You can't change it. You can't change people, so many of them. It's hard. People want to be who they want to be. So I told myself, said to myself, something has to happen, something huge that brings everything to a stop. A standstill. Something of that magnitude. In my mind, without globally released books and writings and any of that, just on my own, I came to that realization that that's what has to happen. It's the only thing, short, I guess, of a magic wand. Let me go and take a little tangent now, since I mentioned the magic wand, because I have jotted down a note here I wanted to get to at some point, and might as well get to it now. I wrote down a bag of food, a man, and you. Okay. The bag of food belongs to a man. Could be you. I'm not saying that. But could be. I'm focused on the bag of food with the man. Okay, now this is a magic bag of food, because this man can reach into it and he can pull out food. Okay? Endlessly. Now here's what's going to happen, if ever such a thing could be in this world. Eventually, word is going to get out that this is actually happening. And once it gets out, and it won't take long, because we have the internet and all that good stuff. So, not long after, that bag of food and that man will be disappeared. Okay, you'll never hear from them again. And something will be concocted, and it's easy to get the people to believe. I have no doubt in that, because I'm seeing it real time right now all around me. The people believe anything, it seems like. So that bag of food and that man would be disappeared, okay? And you would never see them or hear of it again. And eventually it would be some crazy myth, some drugged out people, or drunk, whatever. I'm trying to make the point here is that is the truth. Okay, now if you really think that somebody with a bag like that any government is going to let them walk the streets, Do you believe that? I don't. And I stand very confident with my stance. They're not going to let anybody like that walk. And again, you will never see them again. And people want, I think a lot of people wonder why, where's Jesus? I think a lot of people are even hoping, which see, my thing with Jesus is that Jesus is here right now. Not only is Jesus here right now, Jesus never left. That's on us, on you, on another. That's the perception they have. They see that way. God is here, right? Where's Jesus? Jesus is with God, with Father, right? Where's God again? Right here. So why people wait? They have that, they're waiting. They're waiting. For what? Don't you see? Don't you feel? I think we're seeing that right now. That's a part of this story that's unfolding, is we're seeing humanity. We're seeing humanity. We're seeing doctors doing what they're told because they don't want to lose their job. Okay? It has nothing to do with saving your life. Because if they try to do that, they might be fired, terminated. You are being lied to. And it's affecting people that are in high places that see it and are not going to stand down. They're standing up. That's why I say, Fall Guy Fauci. Remember, Fauci means sickle. And you know what a sickle is, right? The Grim Reaper. He's holding one, ready to take you. Death. The Grim Reaper. Why the Grim Reaper comes for you. Death. And here he is. Mr. Dr. Fauci. Mr. Dr. Sickle. In charge. To some degree. He's definitely out there in front for the world to see. I wouldn't want to be you. I wouldn't. I wouldn't want the world looking at me in the way they're going to be looking at you, Dr. Sickle. It's sad. You know, I chuckle there, but inside I'm smacking myself because I know better. It's not funny. It's disgusting to think a man could sink so low. Yeah, getting that no data. Either the YouTube systems are checking, or it's my friends, so to speak. Kind of putting an alert that I'll see out there. Say, hey, slow down. You know, these guys are not quite ready to deal with the fact that they can't hide no longer. And one should know that the closer one gets to being caught, I guess, I think they get a little bit more bizarre in their actions. Kind of like when Rand Paul interviewed Dr. Sickle, Fauci Sickle, and the way Fauci reacted. What have you done, Mon? You're gonna be saying that to yourself. I can hear you, right? You're gonna be looking in that mirror because you're not gonna have much else to look at. Not where you should be going at bare minimum, which is a four-walled cell. If righteousness prevails, that should be only a pit stop on your journey. And there'll be others to hold hands with. People. All of us. You, me, everybody. Need to stand together. Your governments are gone. They are. The United States, it's so in your face. Everything's been in your face, right? I still don't have a mask up here to play with. Because everything's been in your face. Our face. So you can't deny everything that's taking place. It's bizarro world. It's a nightmare. It's reckless. It's careless. And it's becoming very apparent that it's not human. Okay? Now, you call it evil or whatever. I think they like to think of themselves as they're like becoming a new man, which I believe we are becoming a Newman. I call it Newman, N-U-M-A-N, human, progressing into Newman. We are, but not in the way that this is happening. Being forced in a lot of ways, and I'm going to bring this stream, I think, to a close. It's being forced on you. Okay? Being forced. You don't have a choice, and that's wrong. I mean, what is wrong? I mean, you should know that from how long have you been here? Even the youth seems to be getting it. At least the college, the sports end of it. Anyway, I'm seeing the chanting that's going on in the football games, the college football games. It's been going on for a few weeks now, every weekend. Because they know that president that claims to be the president is not your president, not my president, And I think a lot of people are realizing that he's not theirs either. He's doing things that are bringing this country down. It's tearing it apart. I mean, the man's telling people to come in from other countries. Let them in. You guys all know. You all know. You either are in denial and you want to believe all the other lies. Again, I wonder, what are you guys going to say when the truth does come out? I mean, all the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. That's how big this is that's happening right now. It's going to require that kind of truth. This is a huge... This has never taken place. Not on this level. And the whole world is involved. They all have their part to play in this, good or bad. I mean, I imagine that today a lot of people finally got to see all the truth they needed to now move forward. There's a lot of people been on the fence, you know, because they don't know. We don't know. We're not the doctors, we're not the scientists, we're not the nurses. But to see the video that is going out around the world, and there's more coming from the doctors themselves, the nurses themselves, and what they're saying, and what the government's saying, and what the pharmaceutical companies are saying. And what they're not saying, all of them, which is that they all are looking at you with every intent to take your life. I say that, and I know you're crazy to say that, but like I said, I've seen what I've seen, I heard what I heard. Proof is there. I have a clear conscience. My heart is clean. I have nothing to fear. My relationship with God, with any intelligence greater than me, and of the same things that inspire me: love, peace, almost an hour. See, take Chris Rock. There you have Chris Rock, comedian, and he's sick with, you know what. And he's taking all the medicines, all those medicines they want you to take. And he still got sick. And he's encouraging everybody that hasn't taken the medicine to take the medicine. And I can't help but look at him and think, you're just not good, bro. You're not. Because you right out of your own mouth, from a concert comedy show you were doing, taking people's money, You put on an act. And you told the truth. Don't get me wrong. Your act was top notch. Funny. Right to the point. And right now, though, because this was years ago you did that, but you've completely changed. You be owned, biatch. Yeah, clearly, you're owned. I mean, if I'm hearing you say what you said, I don't know how many years ago, decade or so, versus what you're saying now, it makes me feel like you had your first true brush with death. You never really thought about it. I mean, it's there. Can't escape it. You see it. It's all around. But you personally had never actually thought about dying yourself. And there you were. In the hospital, all of a sudden. Dying. It's strange what dying does to one, right? Like I said, you've done a complete 180 in it. I have no respect for somebody like that. I mean, I may not be making people laugh like you do, Chris Rock. But I'd rather not be lying to them the way you are. So I can deal with being who I am. Yeah, and I wanted to get more into the intelligence and God. I'm already coming up on an hour here. If you're waiting for government to help you, yeah, good luck. Because I think it's pretty clear where government stands. They're off at ball games and riding bicycles. Meanwhile, illegal immigrants, people are coming across borders. We're even bringing them in from other countries overseas. I go on and on, all the things that are going on, except for and none of the things that should be being taken care of. Things that have to do with this country in particular. There's so many businesses that are not coming back. They're closed. I think next stream I'm going to get into the aliens. I guess aliens, because a lot of people look at it as aliens. Myself, I see it as an intelligence. I see it as God, and God is intelligence, and I think it's intelligent to see God as intelligence. Yeah. Something big is coming. I feel that. I think we all do. So let me go ahead and fade this music out. There we go. Music has stopped. Be well. Oops, sorry about that. I'm gonna end with a song. I like ending with a song. Started with a song too. That was America, Lonely People. And I thought that's a good song because I think a lot of people are feeling lonely right now. They're not, I mean, we're told to socially be apart. So, and it's worse in other countries, harder in other countries, and not so rough in others, but it's still out there, and a lot of people are dealing with it. Again, I think we're hitting that popping point. Just something's going to break. Okay. I'll be back again. I wasn't here yesterday. I decided I need one day to not be focused and thinking about it. I think especially because of the previous stream. I don't think the music was too loud this time. And everything else should have been just fine. Anyway, I'll be back again till I cannot anymore, which I imagine that day is coming a lot sooner than I think, than any of us think. They're gonna clamp down. They're gonna, especially if the truth is starting to come forward, and the kind of truth that it is the kind of truth that sparks thoughts in people's minds. There's going to be an attempt to clamp down on that, to divert people's attention away. So all I'll say is get ready. Get ready, be well, and try to smile.